Hey guys, Sam here, and welcome back to our Barcelona Career Mode series. It's our second season here as the head of social media at Barcelona, and we're going to start things off with a press conference. Of course, I asked in the last episode what you guys thought, what questions you wanted to ask Luis Enrique, and I've got the answers for you. The first question comes from Owen Kelly, and he asks, can you give us a number of how many players you will pursue in this transfer market? Now, the transfer market is a fluid entity, it's a fluctuating market, but we can confirm that we're probably going to be looking at 4 or 5 players this transfer window that we want to bring in to strengthen areas, whether it's in depth or whether it's improvements. We feel like there's probably about 4 or 5 players that we want to look at. Peyton asks, after winning so much silverware this season, the players may suffer from overconfidence. Are you afraid this will happen and that things may not be the same next season? How will you go about making sure this doesn't happen? And there's already been some unrest amongst the squad. So will there be players leaving this summer and new players arriving? Maybe a new style of play. You just gotta let people know that they can be replaced. There are replacements, there is competition for each spot within the squad, and no one can be comfortable thinking that they're gonna start next game. Like any transfer window, yes, there will be players leaving and there will be players coming in. Luis Enrique is gonna not waste any time this transfer window. He's gonna let everybody know who he doesn't want at the squad this season. He's gonna let them know straight away that they're not required here at Barcelona anymore. He's not wasting any time. He doesn't want anybody to be overconfident, and he wants to show that nobody is safe in this squad. And Lionel Dawson has come in with some transfer rumors from the newspapers. He says Arda Turan's time at Barcelona seems to be over after a rather non-impressive debut season at the Camp Nou. The captain of the Turkish national team seems to be parting ways with Luis Enrique. Former club Atletico Madrid, as well as Besiktas and Borussia Dortmund seem to be interested in signing him, but Barcelona will only sell if a fee over £25 million is received. Is this true? That's no secret that Arda Turan doesn't really seem to be in the good graces of Luis Enrique. He's played him on the bench throughout last season. He had several appearances starting, but really only got starting gigs when someone was injured or tired. He wasn't really regarded as a number one in any position. He wasn't our number one right midfielder, wasn't our number one central midfielder, or even left midfielder. So maybe Arda Turan is looking for first team football, and I can't deny the fact that maybe he is feeling a little bit restless here at Barcelona. Thank you so much for your questions, and also real big props for Lionel over there doing a whole little like newspaper blurb, like transfer rumor thing. I really did like that. Maybe we'll do a few more of them. If you guys could think up of like maybe some newspaper articles that you've read and like what they've said, also some questions as well, and we can mix that all up in one press conference. It was actually really cool. I actually did like that. So props to Lionel there. But that's it for today's press conference, guys. Without further ado, let's get into the transfer window. And first up, let's see who Luis Enrique doesn't want at the club this season. Right, here is the long list of players that have been told that they are allowed to leave Barcelona. Edgar I, Diakite, Lopez, Goncalves, Douglas, Munir, Rafinha, Vidal, Sandro, and Neymar have all been told that they can leave. Okay, Lucas Digne has passed his medical, so he will be joining Barcelona officially as a left back, starting or a backup to Jordi Alba. Do you think he has enough in him to push Jordi Alba out of that left back position? We'll have to wait and see. And some breaking news as well, Jose Maria Jimenez is going to be joining FC Barcelona. Looks like Arda Turan is going the other way, back to Atletico Madrid. Do you think he'll be accepted at the Vicente Calderon? I guess we'll have to wait and see, but Jimenez, another Atletico Madrid centre back, is moving to Barcelona. That's some really big news right there. And even bigger news, guys, probably our marquee signing of the season. I can now confirm that Alexis Sanchez is returning to FC Barcelona, with Douglas Costa going the other way to Arsenal. Of course, after a very lackluster season. Alexis Sanchez, do you think this is a good move? Someone who actually has a lot of experience at Barcelona, someone who knows the club. Do you think that's the right move, or do you think Luis Enrique should have stuck with Douglas Costa? It's huge either way. Alexis Sanchez back to Barcelona. I'm sure the fans are going to like that. And Arsenal seem to be in for Javi Martinez, with Jose Maria Jimenez coming in. Maybe Martinez is going to be looking to move on. He had a pretty decent season when he was fit last season, but are those injuries a concern for Luis Enrique at this age of his, at the age of 28? We are going to be countering £27 million for the centre-back, and we'll see if Arsenal accept that, but he could be on his way to London, maybe joining Douglas Costa. Andre Gomes has also passed his medical, and we can confirm that he is now an FC Barcelona player, the sum of £40 million for the Portuguese central midfielder. Do you think it's worth it moving from Valencia? Arsenal have come back with a £24.5 million bid for Javi Martinez, and Luis Enrique is actually going to accept that deal and let Javi Martinez go to Arsenal, one of our more experienced centre-backs on his way out. Do you think that's the right decision? We also have an offer here from Real Sociedad for Sandro. We're going to let him go and get some first-team football, hopefully at Real Sociedad. And Juventus have come in for Ivan Rakitic. You can just fuck off, mate. All right, some more big news. This transfer window is not ending. Another huge deal. It's Reni Adler joining FC Barcelona, a bit out of left field. You wouldn't really be expecting this. It's a huge deal, £35 million plus Alen Halilovic for the very experienced goalkeeper. He's a late bloomer and he's had a couple of great seasons with Hamburg, really caught the eye, and even the likes of Borussia Dortmund and Bayern Munich have been interested in him, but looks like Barcelona are going to be able to beat them to it, and Alen Halilovic seems to be going over to Germany. We have an offer here from Athletic Bilbao for Rafinha. We're just going to be asking for his base value of 13 million, a player that Luis Enrique doesn't see in the future of Barcelona. An offer here from Olympique Lyon for Bruno Perez, the 27-year-old, had a pretty solid showing at right back last season. But it's not out of the question if he's going to move or not. 20 million is the counter offer, and it's Luis Enrique's asking price for the Brazilian right back. An offer here from Borussia Dortmund for Munir, a £2.9 million offer. We're going to accept that. We're going to let him go and hopefully find some form in Germany. Lyon come back with a £15.5 million deal, and it looks like they might be serious about signing him. How close can they get to that £20 million offer? Lyon have got awfully close to that 20 million asking price, and Luis Enrique is actually going to let Bruno Perez go here for £18 million. Is this the right decision in your opinion, guys, to let him go after one season? He had an okay season, 27 years of age, to Olympique Lyon. Is this the right decision or not? You're going to have to let Luis Enrique know in the comments below. I got breaking news here, guys. Kelechi Iheanacho is going to be joining us from Manchester City. Now, 2 seasons in a row, we've pipped one of Manchester City's strikers. But of course, Pep Guardiola's there now. There's a bit of love there between Barcelona and Manchester City. And we are offering them Claudio Bravo in exchange. He has been rumored to potentially be leaving Barcelona. And it looks like maybe he's going to be joining up with Pep Guardiola. Recommendation by Luis Enrique himself. He knows what Pep Guardiola is about, and he thinks Claudio Bravo will definitely suit it there. He'll be fighting with Joe Hart over that starting spot for goalkeeper, but we'll be getting Kelechi as a backup striker, which is very, very good. A massive improvement on what we had, and he'll actually be able to play some big La Liga games. And I think he's going to be a really good signing. So we're going to bring him in, and Claudio Bravo, unfortunately, will be leaving us. We have an offer here from Liverpool for Alex Vidal. We're going to let him go for £8 million. Okay, with Bruno Perez on his way to Olympique Lyon, his replacement seems to be Mario Gaspar for 13 million from Villarreal. He is a right back, 26 years of age, he's Spanish as well, and he looks like he's going to be joining Barcelona. Seems like Luis Enrique is a very big fan, and he is on his way to FC Barcelona. Okay, that is it for today's episode, guys. We're up to the Copa Europe, so there's still plenty of time in the transfer window, but so much has been done to the team. We'll be playing this game against Manchester City in the next episode, like I said, but that is what the squad looks like going into the next season. It's Aguero up front with Sanchez and Mahrez on each wing. Andre Gomez, Rakitic, and Busquets make up a midfield 3, with Alba, Umtiti, Jimenez, and Mario Gaspar as a back 4. Reni Adler in between the sticks. It looks very, very different. What squad numbers do you think each player should have on their kit? Barcelona would love to hear from their fans. What number do you think each player should have? Of course, with some numbers being available now because players have left, this is what their numbers look like at the moment, the starting 11 there. I'm assuming Reni Adler's going to get the number 1, but other than that, what numbers would you like to see everybody wearing? Let me know in the comments below, and also give some questions for Luis Enrique to answer in the next press conference in the next episode. Guys, I hope you did enjoy today's episode, and I hope you agree with Luis Enrique's transfer decisions. Some of them were very big decisions. Some of them were decisions that I didn't think Luis Enrique would be making, but he's gone out on a limb here. He's made a couple of changes, and we'll see how that pays off for him. Some huge changes. But as I said before, I hope you did enjoy today's episode. I hope you had a good day. I'll see you guys in the next one very soon. Keep it real.